They'll be calling you a radical. It's been so hectic and it's been like a whirlwind since February, what, I don't know, 24, 26, somewhere in there. I haven't had time. The second I got home, I found out that Obama was here, and I've been fighting the Western Initiative from nuclear, and they mask it over with so-called clean energy and call it solar, when it's a scam, and it's really pushing them towards nuclear. And I said that, and I'm like, oh, I can't. So I hadn't been home but for minutes when I found out. So boom, 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 and of course the Obama visit here was just like everything else with Obama. You know, arrived late, left early, you know, a major letdown. But anyway, I want to talk about my walk. First off, my walk, my conscious walk, my walk for the cause of leukemia to document the ecology of the Pacific Ocean. From Pismo to San Francisco. Grueling, demanding, incredible, wow. Wow, it's got to be, I don't know, the coolest, one of the most amazing things I've ever done in my life. Wow, 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 wow. Whoa. Really amazing. First off, I want to say thank you to everybody who sponsored my walk and, you know, paid for it. You know, we raised some money. Gail, down under, thank you. You know, Ellen, thank you so much. You know, Lonnie Clark, Thomas Ackerman. And I want to say this about our friend Dana Dunford. I think a lot of people owe him some serious apologies, and me some serious apologies from what I've seen. You know, I've been on this since the day it happened, all over, and I've been down on the coast of California since, you know, as quick as I could get down there, you know, because I was battling leukemia so long in the hospital. Even while I was sick, I was down there, and I knew that it was dying. The Pacific Ocean dying, and you know what Dana saw, and what's Dana's thesis and his commentary, not his commentary, excuse me, this is not commentary. He or I, neither one of us, are commentary. It's documented fact. This is documentary. This is recording history. I mean, because the marine biologists refuse to do it, because everybody's in the club. Everybody who says everybody's getting a big paycheck refuses to do the work. You know, I've done the work, he's done the work, and he's right on the money. You know, right on the money. His work has been, okay, so I want to lay this out. You know, I get there. First idiot that picks me up says, you know, you anti-nuclear hillbilly. You know, what a joke in San Luis Obispo. And I walked with the monk, which was one of the most amazing things I've ever done in my life. Incredible. And we stood there on the 10th. You know, we timed it as, I'll say to him, he's an awesome man, really. You know, we walked together for that long time. When he got done, first thing he did when everything was over, he walked up and, you know, he had tears in his eyes, so did I, and he hugged me, and we had quite a conversation. It was very spiritual. Right there at Diablo Canyon, right as Fukushima was happening. It was one of the most emotional things in my entire life. So, I'm at Pismo. Right off the gate, I'm like, oh my God, the little Acklins. You know, the ducks, the little pal. I'm like, dozens and dozens of them dead. So I shoot that video right there. I'm like, oh my God. You know, right off the gate. And people at Pismo playing volleyball, walking around, right on top of them, walking their dogs like they're numb, don't even see it. I'm like, oh my God. You know, so I start my walk, you know, and thank you, Pablo de Pismo. He helped me out. And go out to Montar de Oro. And right off the gate, tide pool's dead or dead out there. He's like, oh yeah, they're all dead through here. So I'm like, wow. That's when I really started to notice the big dead pines. Kev, where'd you sleep last night? Where'd you sleep last night? I slept in the dead pines where the red sun always shines for time and all eternity. That's where I slept. Where'd they find the body? Where'd they find the body? I found a lot of bodies of dead sea lions. So I'm like, oh my God. You know, the sills at Morro Bay, where's the sills? You know, where's the sills? So I'm talking to people, you know. No, we're not seeing a lot of seals. Whatever, we're finding dead ones. What? What about dead birds all over Morro Bay? What? I'm like, wow. So I keep moving up, and I'm like, holy cow, and you're talking to the drunken theme parks, you know. Oh, no, yeah, I'm a volunteer. By the way, the guy that's the volunteer, when I shoot that video out of San Simeon with the elephants, it has nothing to do with the Parks Department. It has nothing to do with the state of California. It has nothing to do with the feds. Nothing. He's just a volunteer that stands out there and talks like he knows shit. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't even work for him. He's just an asshole out there who doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. He's a fucking moron, like most people are there, because they're not from California and they're not salt of the earth. So I start cutting in and out of places. And I'm like, oh my God. Because he's telling me, oh, the elephant seals are fine, but I'm seeing starving to death, you know, pups, and starving to death sea lions. And I'm talking to them, oh yeah, they're freaking thousands of them. Everybody's talking about it down there. So then I start running into mama elephant seals. That one that I shoot the video down that thing, that's an elephant seal. She died. It started to really take me back, and then I started seeing the big, big historic pines. I mean the old masterpieces, you know, with the pine cones this big, with the webs catching. I'm like, oh my God, they're dead. You know, I've seen thousands like my big pine trees right here in my front yard. My Austrians, they're 35 years old. They all died last year. You know, and so then you're talking to people, oh, Bill. I'm like, what? What? So then I run into a ranger finally, and he says, oh no, he says, it's solar radiation. And I says, what about the starving to death of sea pups? Oh yeah, they're starving to death, no big. What do you mean no big? Why? Oh, no sardines. You know, and then another person, oh, it rotates sardines from anchovy. Oh, what, do you think a starving sea lion's not going to eat? He's going to be choosy between an anchovy and a sardine? Are you fucking crazy? You know, and then they say, oh, it's just because they moved out and the water's warmed up. I'm like, no, I'm talking to fishermen all the way across. I mean, I get hundreds of calls. Fishermen call me all the time. They're not catching any sardines across the fucking ocean. All the fucking way, anywhere. Don't give me this shit that's out there. But number one thing, never saw, and I looked at easily 10,000 tide pools, easily. Not one single fucking starfish. They look like they've been bleached. All you see is some green moss. You know, no fucking clams, no fucking mussel rises, no fucking abalone, fucking no nothing. Nothing. I mean, once in a while, dead crabs. I see once, I think I've seen maybe 2 or 3 live crabs, the little guys, the whole fucking time. I'm like, oh my God. Fucking so few of seagulls. You know, you can really tell the ecology of seagulls. Huh, what the fuck? I'm like, holy cow. And then I start talking to people and they're like, oh yeah, it's a, what do they call it? Whatever disease on the starfish. They got an excuse for everything. And then there's solar radiation on the big pines. Oh, starving had no sardines. Like, oh, nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? All happened within the last 4 years. Huh, Fukushima happened 4 years ago. And they're like, I mean, it's the emperor has no fucking clothes. I'm like, oh my God. I'm talking to people after people. So finally I get, you know, I'm moving all my way up there. I got to tell you, big sir, oh my God. You know, that's where the great people are. I met some cool people over there. You know, I saw some whales. And so I'm talking to the ranger. And, you know, and I saw a lot of Fukushima debris. And he, you know, he says, I've been picking up Fukushima debris for a long time, lots of it. And I'm like, hello? All over the cliffs. And we're talking to the cliffs where you have to go down. I mean, you get down the bottom of those cliffs and you look up sometimes, there, you know, there's waterfalls that you will never see. No one ever sees it. You've got to walk. I mean, you got to hike your ass off to get to places where I went on. And, you know, and he's like, oh, no, it's, you know. I'm like, what are you talking about? By the time I got to talk to him and he come to reality, you know, and just confirmed that he drives back and forth in his truck is all he fucking does. So, you know, he's telling me everything's okay. So I get up to Monterey and I meet these 2 old marine biologists at the aquarium. And by the way, I talked to dozens and dozens of people. State rangers and the California State Parks are doing a wonderful job in the Central Coast. There are areas they completely kicked all the dog walkers out. There's areas you have to have a GPS device. They won't let it because they don't trust you. You know, because they're trying to bring it back. They're trying, you know, but nobody will go on camera. So anyway, the old environmentalist, the old marine biologist who works there, she had a conversation with me. She says, you know, Kevin, we watched the Grays. And she says, and she knew me, by the way. She walked right up to me in the aquarium. Hey, Kevin Blanch, can I talk to you? Yeah. And, you know, I asked her to do an interview, but she was a wonderful person. And she says, and her husband, both retired marine biologists, they're like, we keep track of the whales. And she says, you know, the Grays are giving birth as far north here as Carmel. We're seeing little teeny guys this year. These little guys, poof, right here. They should be in Mexico. And I'm like, whoa. And she says, well, my theory is, you know, the ice shield sheet up there, they can only go as far. And I'm like, wait a minute. You know, and then we start, you know, everybody's having conversations about water temperature. So the main guy who dives inside the tank, he's there, and I talk to him. And I says, what about the sea warming? I says, what's the temperature? You know, because they keep it, you know, because the bay goes in and out of the aquarium. You know, what's the temperature of the water today? And he says, 56 degrees. I says, what should it be? And he says, 56 degrees. I says, so it's not heated up here. And there's fat seals in Monterey and the big beautiful pelicans because they, you know, they keep they have an ecology system between the aquarium. So the food chain there is not natural all the way. There's a feeding process that takes place, whatever, but there are some there. You know, keep them tourists happy, because that's the only place they're ever going to look. So then I go through the middle of the valley. By the way, Carmel, oh my God. The famous tide pools of Carmel are fucking deader than fuck. And dead birds all over the shores of fucking Carmel. The little fucking, you know, they're dead everywhere. By the thousands. You can smell them. All the way. I mean, you can. So anyway, you go through the Central Coast, you know, the trail goes all the way up Monterey Bay, and I walk, but then I had to get off, and you get up into Watsonville and Castroville, oh my God, Steinbeck on Balco. So you'll see a farm, and this field will say organic, and the next field right next to it. I mean, they're right together. It's not organic, and the migrant workers are out there picking, and boy, do they work, or are they being. It's so hardcore, the abusive spray out there. I have to walk like this. I mean, I can't believe it. So there you got, in Moss Landing, the marshes, they're fucking dead. They're empty, they're dead. No fucking herons. I never saw one fucking heron. They used to be full with dozens of them. It's so hardcore out there, it's heartbreaking. And then I talk to people from Hollister, I talk to people from Castroville, I talk to Watsonville, all of them. They've been issuing warnings for the last 6-7 months not to drink water. For real. You can't, they're not drinking because of the nitrates in their water. Don't be drinking it. So they got no water. I mean, and you can see why they're spraying, and oh my God, it's toxic out there. It's sad. It's sad. So you get up in Santa Cruz, the homeless population is staggering from Santa Cruz to San Francisco. I mean, downright dangerous. Insane. I mean, it's crazy. It'll blow your fucking mind. I never seen anything like it. By the thousands, many thousands. You know, Big Sur's spectacular. I met so many cool people up on the cliffs in Gordon. I slept on the cliffs, you know, multiple nights. Oh, it's spectacular. But right before you get to the, you know, they have the new tunnel right there for the slide. It's brand new. It's only, I think, a couple years old. And then right there at Bixby Bridge, you know, out on the bridge of Bixby, there's the big iconic, you know, Ponderosa pines. Those giant mark. Everybody knows them. Everybody knows them. You know, they're all fucking dead. I think there's 6 of them. They're monsters. They're masterpieces. They're old. They're ancient. They all died last year. So they've been core drilled by the state of California, and they've confirmed it's solar radiation. So I'm talking to the ranger. I says, you can tell solar radiation from Fukushima radiation. Huh? Can I borrow that device? I says, you know, the atmosphere, don't you think that Fukushima, the heat and the energy rising off Fukushima, even pouring in the water is creating this drought and this bubble? I call it the red sun, creating this energy. Don't you think that's a hypothesis that's very real? Well, I mean, they don't want to talk about it. I mean, it's so ignorant and naive that you have this incredible energy pushed into the Pacific Ocean, you know, so much of it blown up all over us. It's in the ocean. It's been going in there the entire time, and it's growing and growing and growing. And that heat source, and that, all this is just coincidence, you know. Starfish dead, what do they call it, worm disease. You know, all the big pines. So then you know, going back, Camarillo, you come around the corner of Camarillo, all those fucking pines dead. And you talk to people, oh, we're so sad we're losing our pines. I says, your pines? The ecology doesn't belong to anyone. Not this generation, no one. It doesn't belong to anyone. What are you talking about, yours? I mean, it's just the egotistical. I mean, it's a cultural drunken theme park down there. It's insanity. None of them are from there. It's tourists who can't see. I mean, I'm looking at some grays out there on the cliffs. I'm like, hey, look, there's some gray whales. You know what a rare opportunity is that to see grays moving through? There's a pod of grays moving through. Hey, look, and they're, look at the squirrel. They're taking, they don't even see it. Take a selfie. You know, they're taking, hey, there's some gray. So then you get up through there, Santa Cruz, and move up, Delicate Arch up there. More and more dead birds. By the time you get to Half Moon Bay, by the way, Half Moon Bay, oh my God, it's disgusting. It reeks out there. So much fucking death on those fucking beaches. I've never seen so many fucking dead birds in my fucking life. Everywhere. Tide pool's so fucking dead. Everything's dead except for the golf course. It's all golf courses up there. Oh, they water their fucking and they walk around in their pink fucking, I mean, they're completely fucking whacked out, insane fuckers. There's never been a time like this. The Emperor has no fucking clothes on Balco. You know, I think the people, you know, and I walked on the one, I got kicked off the one going up into Monterey because it turns into freeway, and then, you know, that, wow, Carmel, oh my God, what a fucking gem that place is. Monterey, oh my God, you can see why Robert Louis Stevenson is there. The old Pacific Cap. By the way, you know, even the Mexicans had it from 1733 to 1848. They had tariffs at the custom house. Beautiful old Mexican flag. There's so much shit. Oh, what a place. Oh, you know, I went to the St. Francis of the Redwoods. Yeah, St. Francis, what's usury? And then, you know, to the Carmel Mission, to, wow, this old lady, you know, I was cold, and I walked over there, and she says, oh, you must be on a pilgrimage. And I said, yeah, I guess I am. Henry Miller's library, I got to go to Henry Miller's real house. Some old guy picked me up, says, hey, Kevin Blanch, you know. There were people that recognized me and talked to me, but for the most part, people treated me like shit, you know, but there's a small, beautiful handkerchief. Bree and Bree, those two beautiful young females, oh my God, what incredible girls. Those young got an organic garden on top of their thing. They helped me out, and then my friend who I camped with, I met a girl who riding her bike from Northern Cal, you know, goes from organic farm, you know, does her thing, working, made me some cannabis, all for my feet. Oh, what a wonderful person she was. And I met a great guy riding his bike all over the country from Boston. He gave me a radio. I met some really great people, you know, and that was mostly, for the most part, up in Big Sur, Gorda, you know. Freaking ran out of water up there. Very spiritual, very beautiful, very heartbreaking. Fucking ocean's dying. It's undebatable. Undebatable. It's fucking horrific. Starving to death fucking sea lions and pups by the thousands. Very well done. The little ducks from fucking Canada all the way up, the alkalines, by the fucking hundreds of thousands. Starvation. It's been confirmed. Diving of starvation. Think about that. The implications of this are so fucking stark and so startling. And I knew this the day I stood right here in my house and went, oh my God, Fukushima's going to go, it's going to give you leukemia, it's going to, then I got leukemia, and then, by the way, there's a new study out on AML de novo that I'm glad I didn't see it before I got sick. Probably would have took the wind out of my cells. My age, a person like this don't even try chemo, don't even go, don't attempt it. Survival rate 0.04. Well, they better put my number and me and Brian Morris's in that equation, because we're both alive. You know, the walk, the fight. Wow, what an incredible time in history. Thank you, Dana Dunford, for doing what you do. And all the people and the rats that attacked us and whatever. Wow, why? Why? You know, you guys got some serious mental illnesses you need to handle and take care of. You're some sick fuckers, you know. I've been on every single pier now. I have not missed one pier from San Diego to San Francisco over the last 3 years. Not fucking one. I've been on every one. By the way, you can't tell one drunken theme park from the next, and it's not even a cultural theme park. You know, Monterey is, but a drunken theme park. Cannery Row, oh boy. Where'd you sleep last night, Kev? In the dead pines where the sun, red sun always shines for all time and eternity. Where'd they find the body? Where'd they find the body? I found lots of fucking bodies of dead sea lions and starving to death sea pups. You know, and I had the number. And I called, and I talked to them. The little outpost in St. Simeon said 1,500 just this year. Wow. And the young man confirmed that. I talked to him on the phone. Wow, what a spectacular fucking place. It's the grandest ecology on earth, and I've known that since I was a boy. You know, San Diego, oh my God, it was so fucking romantic. Not now. Overrun, because nobody saw the earth. Such a disconnection right there. I mean, walking on the dead birds at Pismo. I mean, the Pismo clans, they've been gone for a long time. The dog walkers, hell, get some water. I tell these, well, if you would treat other people like you treat dogs, this would be a nice, well, what is with you people? People can't have a conversation with a stranger. I mean, I knocked my water bottle and I had to hitchhike for a while. Forget it. Had to walk all the way back, you know. It wasn't up till Big Sur. I met some really great people. Out by Bixby Bridge, I met this really cool dude, you know, who knew me, stopped, toured me around. Donna Kuhn and her husband, or ex-husband, whatever, Rick, they toured me around. Holy Capitola. I mean, you think about Capitola and that place and that little beautiful fucking drive. You go up to, you know, back up to Santa Cruz. You're really willing to risk that for Diablo Canyon. You know, all the way sitting there. San Luis Obispo. Oh my God, it's a gem. Oh, it's a great place. Pismo's fucking ruined. I mean, they fucking drive on the beaches down there. You ought to see that fucking, everybody dresses up like cartoon characters. It's fucking insane. I mean, skiers who can't ski, surfers who can't fucking surf. So real. Fucking slobby ass fucking pigs, fucking false over equivalency, fucking trying to identify themselves, the self-internalization of the fucking strife, because in their intuitive light knows something. They have no fucking game, they got no fucking education, they got no record, they got no ecology, they got no fucking love. They got no strength, they got no fucking intuitive nature, they got nothing. They got fucking zilch. It's some kind of fucking hypnotized fucking induced state of fucking selfiness. It's disgusting, but you know, I want to give you an update because I've been spinning, you know, because the second I got home, And I rode the train across. Wow. Get ready for the Dust Bowl. I'll do some videos out here, but like it's, I mean, this is spring. It's no spring. You know. I'll show you my pines, my dead pines. And this is what California looks like. And I got a lot of videos. I'll go through them. Pismo, by the way, your sleeping bag sucks. But it is what it is. It's better than nothing. Remember when I painted those on my house when I was sick? And I had a bunch of people show up and help me. Souls, I ate souls. Remember I had a few birds, a sandhill, and a snake. Nobody wanted it. He just let me walk. But anyway, here's my 35-year-old pines. Just like Obama, somebody hit and run our pole there. That's what he did. That's what the pines look like. That was a masterpiece till a freaking year ago, 35-year-old. They're all dead. Solar radiation. Care of, where'd you sleep last night? Where'd you sleep last night? I slept in the dead pines where the sun will always shine. The red sun will shine for time and all eternity. Where did they find the body? Where's the body? Where's the body? Where did they put the, where's the fucking body? Oh, they found the fucking body. They never found the body. Oh, I found the fucking dead bodies. They're all over the fucking coast of California. The little ducks, talk about canary in the coal mine. Little fucking ducks dead everywhere. And I'll do some shots out of the lake. And it's white dust. You're going to see dust storms. And I've named it the Molded Grapes of Wrath on Balco. By the way, you could. I want to go back out and do some. And I will do it again. What I did, I will do it again. Thank you, Dana, down there, for putting my mapping all together, having me ready. She spent a few hours with me, had the maps all prepared, you know, Dynamite, and she put that all together, so I was prepared and ready, you know, and I'm strong. I'll tell you what, boy, am I strong now, and it made me, you know, it challenged me spiritually. It really challenged the people, and the death has challenged me spiritually. And that's what the pine should like. It really challenged me spiritually. And, you know, it challenged me physically. You know, it challenged me socially. But it's made me stronger. And have I give up on humanity? No, 99% of them, they make me sick. They're fucking disgusting, fucking selfish pigs. But there's a small group out there that are amazing people. Incredible. Bree, Chris, you know, Popular Pismo, you know, Dana, so many people. There's a handful in California that Mothers for Peace. Wow. Talk about elegant, class, strong, amazing. I spent time with Jane. I spent time with Linda. I spent time with those incredible women. Compared to Helen Caldecott couldn't make a pimple on there. Those women are amazing. The monk. Oh my God, is that an amazing man. We walked. We chanted. I got the chant down. You know, and never talked for hours and hours. Finally got done. As soon as he got done, he looked over at me and I looked over at him, and he come up to me and he hugged me, had tears in his eyes, and I had tears in my eyes. And he says, Kevin, thank you for all your work you've done all these years. And I says, yeah, you too. You know, he's been on this since the day it happened. So have I. Our walk. Wow. I'll do it again. You know, it's sad. The Pacific Genocide is on. It's on. And all the marine biologists should do all the honorable thing right now. Everybody says they love the sea, who's collected a paycheck as protectors of the sea. And the media and the people they're supposed to watch out. You're supposed to mean something. You're supposed to be somebody. You're supposed to fucking stand for something besides a paycheck. The old lady at the freaking Acorn, she says, my daughter's a marine biologist at one of the major universities. My son's a chemist at UCLA. They don't care. That she's talking about her. I said, yeah, they're for a paycheck. You're supposed to mean something. You're supposed to fucking be somebody. Fuck. You fucking nothing. Let's make a fucking deal. Let's make a fucking deal. And let's fucking deal our fucking children and our grandchildren. Where did you sleep last night? In the dead fucking pines where the sun, red sign always shines. Wow. Wow. Stay tuned. The Pacific Genocide is very, very fucking real. It's fucking heartbreaking. Stay tuned.